Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my farm. So today I am logging, still in May. It's getting into the late end of the month here at 3 o'clock in the month. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I am struggling to pick up these logs. This is what I do. I try to bunch them together and get them in a group. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Right now it's... There we go. Did you just fart? The baby just totally farted. She was like... And then laughed. Did you fart? All right, so we got that group picked up, it looks like, maybe. And in a second it'll pop. You'll see. It's gonna settle here, but it won't. I'm not super happy. I feel like they're gonna fall off again. You want another one? Like those? Here you go. Oh, yeah, throw them on the floor, why don't you? I'm giving the baby these little yogurt drops. Okay, if I loosen and tighten, there we go. That's about as good as it gets. I've gotten pretty good at front loading them with this thing. Usually 4 or 5 logs. Seems like it's about the limit to get onto the truck in one scoop. You can't really do much more than that. So, and then we're almost on the last scoops here, which is why I brought you in, because we're gonna, on this scoop, I'm getting to the top of my stanchions, which then we can raise them a little bit and maybe do a scoop or 2 more, but you can see there it's stacking up pretty high. So let's hop out and start the truck and raise the stanchions. And once I do that, then I put the first set of belts on, and that is to keep the logs I've loaded from slipping off. And we'll put this one here. And then we'll do the remainder. There's still probably enough room for 20% more logs. And these loads are bringing about 20,000 bucks. You can see there I'm back up to 70,000. We don't have much more to go. Really, there's just all those 4 or 5 piles and what's left of this pile, and I'm done. So I've been working at this pretty religiously, and we got, I would say, 1 more truckload. So I think I kind of overestimated what we had here. I'm thinking maybe 40,000 more. So tickets just over 100,000, which is fine because I don't really need anything. I don't think I'm going to be able to buy that field, though, unless I want to take out a loan, which I really don't. Yeah, pretty much that's it. So that idea, I think, is out the toilet for this year. We can visit that next year. What are you doing, Babby? I'm giving her these little yogurt chips, and then she's been You're chucking them on the floor. Well, you can't do that. If you want to eat them, then leave them in your tray until you're ready to eat them. Don't throw them on the floor. Oh my gosh, baby. She doesn't like it when I record. She gets angry because I'm not paying all my attention to her. She's like a girlfriend, but a baby. Okay, so I'll try to... this pile's pretty messed up. And obviously then we're going to have to come through here with some sort of ground maintenance and clean this up. I'm thinking, though, I might... see, I don't really want to replant trees because these make it hard to turn around, though this one's not as bad. Especially the one next door that made it hard to turn around for us when we were doing the fields. But this was not so bad here. So, hang on a second. She wasn't getting that she was supposed to eat those yogurt drops. She was just playing with them and throwing them on the floor. So I just put one in her mouth, and she's like, oh, now she's eating them. Pardon me. All right, so let's get these logs. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to get this whole pile in there. We'll probably just get a couple more pieces. But these two are like easy pickings here, so we're going to see if we can't add those to the two that we have already on board. Shoot, come on. There we go. Pull these out. Nope. Dang it. Come on, just that one. I want to get it down. Nope. Dang it. Stop. Oh. Okay, well, we're doing these three then. I was trying to get two more. I got greedy, and now I'll get one more. So we're going to get... I need to move over this way a little bit, though, so we're a little bit more centered. One of the things that I found that's pretty important to doing any of these like log moves is that you have to grab them near the center of gravity. If you don't, they wiggle and bobble and move until until they come loose, and then you're dropping one, or they don't load right. So you really want to grab them kind of like right in the middle of the log if you can, which is why I spend time like trying to get them lined up. This is taking way longer than normally it does. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble. I just did the whole truck, like 2 trucks loads, and like was just whipping around doing it. As soon as I get on camera, then all of a sudden I started having weird problems. All right, come on, just grab it. There you go. Nah, that's how it usually works. Yep, just like that. Now, we got a nice grab. Another one. There you go. Feed the baby, feed the log truck. Feed the baby, feed the log truck. And try not to turn too quickly. Quick turns do lead to lost logs. So you will drop them if you whip the thing around. Not that this is a tutorial or anything, but if you would like successful log loads, grab near the middle, turn slowly, lift slowly, operate slowly. Do not do anything quick, otherwise you end up dropping everything. And it makes for a mess, and it's a pain in the butt, and you'll end up swearing and throwing your controller. Not like me. All right, so... Frig. The problem is when you get up this high, I can't do anything to get the thing out of the way. Come on. Wiggle loose. There we go. You pull loose there. Oh, almost. Dang it. So close to being loaded nicely. That's good. I mean, that's about as good as it's going to get. So that one, we are loaded up on the front all the way. I wish that log hadn't slid back, but whatever. It is what it is. You kind of deal with what you got. So that's as full as that's going to get on that part. We could probably get one more scoop on the back side, so I'm going to have to start. I'll grab these and pull them out. See if I can't unbury this. Come on. This thing does not always do what you want it to. Pop it down. There we go. Pull. Yep. And you can see there, because I can't get to the center of gravity, they just slip out. They don't. If I could grab them in the middle, that wouldn't happen. But because I'm grabbing on the side, they're pivoting, and it just does all kinds of weird stuff. So you always need the center of gravity. There, I'm a little closer to the center, and look, I was able to pull them straight out. So, all right, so there's a nice grab for us. If I'm going to be real fussy about it, to be honest, I want to push this. Why do I see it now? Everybody says to be honest, and I hate that, and now I'm saying it because I've heard it too many times. I'm trying to always be honest. Here, baby. One bite? One bite? Yummy. That'll keep her happy. Yeah, maybe we can record some more. Tricks of the trade. Always have snacks for the baby. And my wife is going to be so mad at me. She wants me to go home to... I drove her down to the barn this morning, dropped her off for work. She wants me to come back, pick her up, take her to Home Depot, and then take her back, and then come back home. And then later come back down to get her when she's done. And I'm like, no. I'm not Uber. And I'm not. I'll come get you when you're done. I'm not stopping and going to Home Depot, no. And then she'll get all mad, and I'll tell her, like, no, I'm not your taxi service. Like, I know you want to paint the barn. I know you want to do all this stuff, and I know it needs to get done, but you can do it on your own time. I'm not spending all Saturday driving. I'm not the taxi. All right, so almost. The problem was, that one log. I need to get the boom lower. So this needs to come down. There we go. And now try again. There we go. That should scrape it up properly. And then flip it. See what we get. Did we get them all? Oh, we got them all. I'm surprised, actually. And then we're lifted up a little bit so they're a little bit more, because they will break loose and fall as we drive. So the point is we want them to fall to the bottom of the scooper. And there we go. So yeah, it's kind of a pain to do this machine. I'm not sure if it's just faster doing the telehandler and doing like 2 or 3 logs at a time, because you really only get 1 or 2 more logs in this. That was a pretty good scoop though, right there. We had six logs, it looks like. I know. And that truck, I'm going to proclaim that a full truck right there. I don't want to load it anymore. Plus the truck gets real tipsy. So I'm going to turn this off. And we're going to run this. I'm sorry if the truck sounds... I forgot to turn the farm sounds up. Hang on. There we go. There's the audio. All right. So we've got our... Everything's fastened. I should fasten these. Hang on. And those are fastened. Okay. So we are going to run down to the mill, or to the biogas plant. Really, it's like biogas heating, where they accept logs. Much easier to get to than our sawmill that's like in the mountains. The reason I think they did that is so you use a forwarder. And I get that, like trying to make it a little bit more like you got to have forestry equipment back there, and you do. The downside is I have to go all the way out this way, which is backwards, but look at that nice load of logs there. We are really loaded up. Almost too big for the semi. This tractor is a little small for that load, but we're doing it. And thankfully, it's mostly flat on the way there. So, all right, I will catch you when I get to the other side, once I've arrived at the biogas plant, which you can see way down there in the corner of the map. That's where we're headed. So I'm going to head there, and I will see you when I get there. We are not going to have a conversation about why or how this is happening. We're not going to even talk about how this happened or why it's happening. I'm not upset. This is not wasting my recording time. Nope, we are definitely not talking about what happened here. We are not going to speak of this. God, this was a nightmare. That's all I'm saying. I will say this could have gone a lot worse getting into the gate here. I just don't know if I can get the wood where I need to sell. Oops. Actually, it's right where it needs to be. And then I'm just going to reset all this stuff. All right. Okay, so I can go... Well, first let's get the wood sold. Man, what a nightmare. Yeah, the truck tipped. That's what happened. Once it go... Why, thank you, Mr. Trailer, you active chicken. So we are done logging for the day with roughly $110,000 in the pocket and probably another 20 on the ground. Well, as we have time to do it, we'll do some logging. I would like to mow around the house today before the sun goes down, so maybe we'll take care of that chore too, because it's just kind of sloppy looking. So let's get it together. Gigu, what's the matter? Gigu's going nuts. Gigu's having a spaz attack. She doesn't like it when I record. She gets angry because I'm not paying attention directly to her. Right? Is that why you're fussing? Yeah. Do you like me to talk to you? She only wants me to talk to her. Is that what this is about? Talking to Gigu? The faces, she can see the faces she's making. She's just, God. She's like smiling and then like grimacing and Gigu. Dee-doo-doo. Na na. Go go. No no no. Ni goo goo. I put that tractor right where it needed to be. I had to somebody drive it back. Look at that. Look how close I was. That was just a guesstimate of where I wanted it to be. It was a little bit, I wish it was a little bit over to the right, like onto the road, but that was pretty funny. It got right where I wanted it. So we're waiting for tomorrow for the weeds. Should I mow this whole front alley? I don't think so, but maybe. I'll put this on the road here so we can have access to the lawn. This truck needs to go forward. Oh, and that is it. We're going to take a break now because Ryan is here. So I will return in a moment. We have to take the pool down and get it ready to be repaired. So I have to disassemble it completely to repair it. What a freaking nightmare that whole thing was. But I'll be back, folks. See you in just a moment. Well, oh, is this not working? Oh, no, it's working. It's the next morning. And I guess, hang on. My microphone was not, there we go. Now I can hear myself. Yeah, had a little hair trigger issue. The dogs came in my room and were playing while I was recording. And not surprisingly, they tripped over my cable and disconnected my computer mid-recording. So I've lost about half an hour's worth of footage, which is, it happens. So things that I've learned and have to redo here. I've got my tractor back out. We are weeding our final field, which is the soybean field, and I'm noticing that not all the weeds are dying as I do this. In fact, I'm having to come back and there's still weeds surviving. It turns out that even when you're using the weeder, it doesn't kill all the weeds. And so they've made it pretty difficult to kill all weeds in the game. The only way that I know that's a surefire kill all is to do a sprayer. So honestly, I should never have sold the sprayer. I did early on. I have to watch my series again to see why I sold it, but we kind of need it back. I'm not in a rush. We'll live with the slightly reduced. Oh my God, the dogs. I can't win. If I open the door, they stop barking, but then they come in here and trash the office and unplug my computer. If I close the door, they bark. Anyway, where were we? Okay, so it doesn't kill all the weeds. So really the only way to do it is to use a sprayer. So I should have gone back and just kept the sprayer that I had months and months ago. That's the moral of the story. So we're going to have to work our way back to a sprayer. I don't know how or when we'll get it, but we will eventually. The crazy part is there's not even anybody there. They're not barking at anybody. There's literally no one there. They're just barking. I'll be back. And so we're nearing the end of the run here. Got one more small strip to get. And we'll be done weeding. Ooh, weed eater. I need you to come and weed my fields. Sorry. Lovely day on the farm. It really is beautiful, though. I still... This map really does feel like I'll have... So now I'm going to have to make a GoPro video. I know I keep saying that, and I'll do it at some point. Of the trip down to my wife's barn. It's short. It's only like 15 minutes. Maybe 20 minutes. On some nice evening, I'll have to take you down there. But you'll be able to see how quickly we get from, like, neighborhoods into farm country. And it really does look a lot like this. It really does. It's hilly. But then there's like flat field areas. Actually, it's hillier than this map in real life. We have some fields that are like this, but a lot more hills in my area. Now, as you go further east towards Toledo and Lima and that side of Ohio, it does get flat like this. Very flat. And it looks a lot like this. It does. It's crazy. So this map I like because it really does feel a lot like northeastern Ohio. So we're going to get this put back together. This tractor needs its crawler track back on now that we're done weeding. And get rid of these twin wheels. It also looks like it needs quite a bit of repair, which is going to suck because it's going to cost a lot of money. And then we'll start doing our daily chores here on the farm. We've got, let's see, the horses need riding. We need to check up on the cow feed levels. I think the horse and the chickens are fine for now, as far as their feed levels go, but the cows are definitely a little bit on the low side. Alright. Hello, cows. They should be anyway, because it's been some time since we've fed them, so I would think they're getting pretty low. Weather bug, storm notification inbound. We're having storms today. Worsh off the tractor, worsh off the tractor. Yeah, that's clean. Spray me weeder down, bloke. Spray me weeder down. Spray me weeder down, bloke. Spray me weeder down. Me weeder. Me do it. Okay, so let's fix this up. What the? This is going to be a $10,000. Ouch. And we're going to put our crawler. Nope. And we'll repair the Borgol. And start her up. This tractor needs to go here. So somehow I gotta get this turned around. Jeez. And now I don't have care wheels on, so I can't go in the field. Let's see how this does. I'll try to drive right here. Oh, that worked. Okay, forget it. So I bought these little Sony earbuds. Because they're more comfortable than wearing headphones, like when it's hot in here. But my problem with them is that they, whenever I sit up, they like catch on the table and then yank out of my ears, and I'm just like, oh, jeez. So if you hear me go, it's because I'm dealing with these stupid headphones. We could just, I guess, just put this tractor away for now. Have to do for now. Oh, you know it'll be ready today too. I don't think we'll cover it in this episode. We'll have to do another episode about it. Your guys' favorite thing. It's time to do the grass mowing. Yeah. I know everybody just loves watching me mow the grass. And I think the grass is going to be ready to be mowed. Actually, I'm going to hop on a horsey and we'll check the status of the grass. So, Black Stallion over here. Easy, girl. Woo! Do. Nee. Nice horsing. It's not really driving, is it? I guess it kind of is. We got that. We got to do all these stumps too. Yeah, I'd say that grass is ready to be mowed. It's at the mowing stage. Oh. Be nice to buy those oats. Yeah, this is our other field. So I think this year before I buy another sprayer, I am going to attempt to buy this field. We'll continue to just use what we have for now, and then we'll get a sprayer. And we'll see how the crop does. I think we're going to make a decent amount of money from these crops. So horsey done riding, 67%. Go, horsey, go. All right. So then we'll check real quick, just make sure the other crops are doing well. How does this look over here? These are our oats. Why did we stop? Looking good. Obviously, we had that issue where we over nitrogen them, but these crops are looking pretty healthy. So, not going to complain. At least there wasn't an insect blight that ate them or something like that. Come here, horsey. Who the good horse is. Okay, so then we gotta take this horse for a ride. Mako, like the no, easy there. Jump. Good horse. Okay, off we go. And let's check by the chickens. Need some feed, it looks like. Check the cow levels. How's your feed, Mr. Cow? Looks like they're ready for some more bales. Then you have 18,000. Yeah, they could use 2 more bales. Here's the upper field, or what I refer to as the upper half of our big field, and the lower. And I think it was not a bad idea, I don't think, to split this into 2. At first I was a little concerned, but this worked out great. It's nice to be able to have, really, just with the size of this field, we've got 2 huge crops. These are nice. And once again, having that oat field would be really nice. Probably once again, I'd either do soybean or maybe canola on a field like that, just to make a big bumper crop. We don't need that much straw for anything. I don't know. That's a lot of field, but you can get a lot of straw for that. But maybe even divide that one up too. We'll have to see. But that looks great. How are we doing, horsey ride? 87%. Good. Come back up here. So things aren't looking too shabby on the farm. Things are growing. We're good. Once again, I really wish I could have nursed the fields a little bit better instead of having like this where I ruined it. But crap happens, you know. Sometimes you live and learn, right? So now I know I need to really control how much slurry is going on the fields. And then we have our pile here of stones. And like I said, there's a pile somewhere else too. I can't remember where, but there's 2 big piles of stones we need to take care of. You know, with the crops that we're doing, we shouldn't need to plow again, so we shouldn't have any more stones show up. Good horsey. How's his fitness? Is 100%. That's great. That's the first time I think I've had either horse at 100% fitness, which means what? How old are they? He is 10 months old, and she is Mako is. Wait, what's her name? Tango. Tango is also 10 months. So they could have babies, I think, in a month or 2, and we'll keep an eye on Their value, I don't know that their value, I'm not sure how that works. If it's like 2 or 3 is when they reach their peak value, but we'll keep watching the value. When the value goes up and then starts to come back down, that's when we need to sell. So, no, they're not at puberty yet. 22 months they can reproduce. Yikes, okay. Base food, hay food. They could use some more hay. Base food is going to be oats or sorghum. But they're doing fine. They got plenty. Chickens, let's see how they're doing. We got lots of chickens. I think that's as many as I can have. The food, we'll give them some tomorrow. They seem to eat about 100 liters a day. But these cows, I know that they're hungry, so we'll give them some total mixed ration in the form of a giant blue pill. Grab it, pull it, lift it. Oh, bring it back. There we go. It's the weight was making it be funky, and on top of that, then it was hitting the shelf above it. So let's feed these guys, and we'll be done for the day with our big chores. So, everything's looking good. Crops are all finished. All hunky-dory. The cows are fed. The horses are fed. The sheep or the chickens are fed. We've got some nice crops growing on the field. Everything's looking good. And so, we got just a couple summer months to wait. And then we'll be moving on. However, in the next episode, which will be this afternoon, we need to start mowing again. So we'll get grass collected, hay collected, and straw collected. Or not, no, just hay and grass. And we're going to turn the grass into silage again using that silo. And then we'll take the rest of it and make it hay. I think I'll probably do the bigger field silage this time and the smaller field hay. And then we'll reverse it and do vice versa next time. Because the horses don't take much hay, and I'm not really, because we have all this TMR that we mixed ahead of time, which was, I think, great. This is making life a lot easier. So let's see where they're at now. 29,000. Yep, that's good. And they made 22,000 liters of milk. We'll have to see. It's not. I think the truck holds 60, so I'm hoping by the end of this year we'll have a full trailer of milk. And that, I don't know how much that'll bring. It's kind of, these animals are definitely underwhelming as far as like their production. I am not like super uber impressed on like the amounts of stuff that we're getting from them. They're really kind of like lackluster in their production. So anyway. All right, guys. So I'm going to call it an evening. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I definitely had fun making it. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up. Always help. And hopefully someday I'll be able to talk. Love you. Have a great night. Bye.